Hello, Scorpio. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Tarot Illuminati by Eric C. Dunn. Supportive Oracle cards, Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards by Tori Hartman, illustrated by Gretchen. So there's the information for those artists. Just pause the video if you want to find that, or find anything else they've done, which I don't know if they've done other things. Scorpio. Alright, I gotta put these over here. I feel like we're gonna put a bunch. Alright, I'm gonna do them face down just to start because I'm curious how many I'm going to do, and sometimes I get a little card drunk. And two of them spun. We'll see where that goes. Scorpio, what do you got going on here? Alright, let's flip all the cards. I feel like this is going to be a warning. I feel like this is going to be one of those warning readings. This is sideways. Alright. I really do. I think this is going to be one of those warning readings about somebody you're dealing with, that things seem like they're okay, but they're like, keep your eye out. Keep your eye out. Don't... Like, I feel like you want to feel the best about somebody. Let's keep going. Because going right into it, it's kind of like you know what's happening. You know what's been happening. And I feel like you're the one not... I don't know if you're going directly at this energy. I feel like you're telling other people, well, you might think that so-and-so did this and that, but quite frankly, see this picture? That's me with them on this date at this time. So I don't know how that you could be here and there at the same time. When it's, I can tell you I was there with them. Like, I feel like you're just bringing forth proof. Like, I feel like you're bringing forth proof that, like, people can't even, like, question it. It's kind of like, I know they're saying that they did this at that time, but I have a picture of them with me at this same time in this location 3 hours away. So I don't think they have the superpower to teleport, but if you think they do, good for you. I don't think they do. I feel like that's kind of how this is coming off, kind of like, this is what actually happened. I feel like you're giving that information, like, well, this is what happened, and I was there, and that's why I know. You're removing confusion from a situation. Someone else is, I don't know what type of game they're playing. I don't know if they're confused. I don't know what the deal is, because they might literally just be like turned around in their own head and really believe something that didn't happen. Or be really confused on the dates or something like that. But you're like, well, that couldn't have happened last Saturday because here's my picture of me being right there, and there they are too at this time, at this place. So there you go. You got the King of Pentacles. Like, I feel like you have a solid, like, it's not like you're just saying, I saw them there and I'm telling you I saw them. You're like, here's a picture. Here's the timestamp. I was there. Like, I don't know what to tell you. And so knows I was there if you need extra proof. Like, I feel like you're, like, taking out the mystery. You're like, let's just take that mystery right out, and this is what happened. It's nothing malicious, even. It's just a fact. Like, you're just saying, look, this is how it is. Because, you know, for those of you this is going to hit with, you're going to be like, yeah, that never works, because even if I have solid proof, someone will come forward and be like, well, that didn't actually happen. I feel like this is already aggravating you because you're like, you know where this is going. If this is really hitting, because you're like, I have to defend myself as always, and I'm not going to feel bad about it. Contemplation, what is that? Complacency. Complacency reversed is kind of like, no, I'm not going to play a game like maybe this, maybe that. I was there. There's the picture. That's what happened. Like, there's nothing to dicker about. And you're not willing to play. You're like, no, I'm not going to dicker with this. There's nothing to dicker about. I was there. Here's the picture. Bam. That's that. There's no maybe I think, or maybe you think, or maybe this. No. This person said they were over 3 hours away at this time. Well, here I am in a picture with them on Saturday at noon at this location. What's the dicker? What's the dicker? I feel like you're getting annoyed. If this is really hitting, for those this is really hitting, you're like, oh yeah, that proof was there, but yep, yet again, someone's questioning it. And you're like, I don't know how you're questioning it. Queen of Pentacles reversed. Somebody desperately doesn't want to believe what you're showing them. And they will try to find any angle to, I don't think debunk is the right word, but that's literally what they're thinking they're doing, is debunking something it's not how it happened. And you're like, I don't know what you're trying to debunk. Like, do you see the timestamp? I took it right up from my phone. What do you want from me? Like, I'm just telling you the truth. And it's very aggravating. I get, if this really hits, this is really like, are you kidding me? Are you serious? But at the same time, you're like, oh, yeah, yet again. Yet again, this happens. I feel like at some point, I don't know, I don't think you're gonna, like, you might stay with the conversation for a little while, but like it comes to a point where you're like, listen, you don't want to believe it? Fine. I can't tell you anything different. I can, like, just don't think I'm lying to you, because I'm not. But you don't want to believe it, that's on you. You got to do what you want to do. You do what you want to do. And I feel like you're just kind of like, when I'm getting the Three of Wands, you're like, whatever. Whatever you want to believe is what you want to believe. And you're just, I feel like you're really aggravated, and you're just like, let's just take a break. You just go do what you got to do, and I'm just going to avoid you for probably 3 or 4 weeks because I'm annoyed. So, is this the 3? Yep. Because I feel like you're going to avoid this person for a few weeks. Kind of like, I'm just over it. You're just kind of like, I'm not into doing this. When you walk away annoyed, that really is what makes it hard for this person, because they're like, you're not willing to argue it. Like, if they don't want to, you're not pushing it anymore. But it bothers them because the fact that you brought it forward, they don't take that lightly. So it's begrudgingly that they kind of really think about it. For some reason, they just didn't want to believe it. Whatever you're showing them, you have solid proof. Solid. Like, it's there in black and white. There's nothing else to say. This person, that time, here they are. I'm in the picture. I was there, they were there. What do you want? They're begrudgingly realizing that, like, there's no leeway. What you're showing them, there's just, this is what it is. And the enlightenment is coming in, but I'm still getting, it's like, it's hard. It's hard for them. I feel like it's really hard for them. Whatever you're showing them, they just don't want to believe it. I don't see a conversation at this point. I feel like you're disconnecting from the subject. Whatever that subject is, you're like, oh, whatever, you don't want to hear it. Cool. I'm not going to get upset about it. This next part is really, I feel like this is really something. So, you got the Ace of Cups on its side. This makes me feel like there's a lot of manipulation here. It's in the environment. It has something to do with the person you're having a problem with. Has something to do with somebody around them who's lying to them and manipulative. And things just, with the Ace of Cups on its side, it's kind of like this person doesn't know what to do. They want to trust somebody. They want to believe that you're wrong. There's somebody they want to believe. They really want to believe this person. And they don't want to believe you, but the truth is that needs to be reversed, because you're telling them the truth. You're telling them the flat out truth, and they don't want to believe it. And they're trying to give this other person the benefit of the doubt, and anything this other person says, they're kind of drinking it in. It's kind of like against their better judgment, they're listening to somebody they should not be. And you're giving them the truth. And I'm getting like, it's a weird moment. I'm getting this seems really off-center to me. Like, it's interesting. If you look at this card, like, and I'm an intuitive reader, so I don't just take it for the card, but if you look at the third eye on that person, right? To me, it looks a little off-center. Like, I just keep looking at it, and I think it's off-center. They think they know the truth, and they're trying to support that. This also matches with what I believe in soulmates. Like, soulmates, just to give a quick snippet, you're going to be with them for eternity. There's no need for you to be with them in this life. I know that's hard, but like if a soulmate shows up, they're here to challenge you so you learn. Like there's a difference between soulmate relationship and kindred relationship. The kindred ones are usually the pleasurable ones. The soulmate, they usually show up to make sure you learn a lesson. They're like, because you won't walk away from me because you're addicted to me, I'm going to drive you nuts. And I feel like this might be that type of energy, like, this is something you can't seem to walk away from, and that's what I'm feeling. Like, this person, you can't walk away from them. They mean a lot to you. And this weird energy is kind of like, what is the deal? You don't really want to argue with this person because you already know this is what it is, and you're trying to disconnect from it. I'm getting something else is coming forward, supporting what you've already shown. The justice reversed is showing up in the environment, and things are falling apart. There's more proof. Whatever it is you pointed out, there's another person or something else proving the same thing, or proving another incident, something like that, where there's really heavy proof of whatever you've already shown. Either another incident, or it's something backing up what you've already shown from another angle, from a completely separate angle is what I'm getting. In justice reversed, I feel like the truth is there, but this person is just completely ignoring it. That's justice reverse. This is not working for you, because I feel like you're just kind of looking at this person like, there's nothing I can do for you. You don't want to see what's really in front of you. You don't want to. A lot of you are going to get quite upset with this, is what I'm getting. When this happens, it's not going to be like, oh, okay, I don't feel that at all. I feel like you're going to get quite aggravated. The tower popping in is like, how can you see this and not acknowledge it? And they still kind of like come at you like, well, maybe there's something else. And you're like, are you kidding me? Are you seriously coming at me with this still? The justice reversed, that's rough. Because sooner or later, this is the thing with this card, sooner or later it will. It's just when somebody fights it and insists on fighting it, there's usually a spiritual lesson with that. It's usually quite tough. I'm just saying. This gets to the point where it's so bad that like a temporary break threatens to become a permanent one. Because you got completion here, kind of like, I can't argue with this anymore. I can't do this anymore. I can't be a part of this anymore. You don't want to hear it. I need to disconnect from this as much as possible. I can't do it anymore. It's almost like they want you to prove that you could be wrong, or they want you to say you could be wrong. They want you to say that they could be right, and even though that's not the truth. It's just not the truth, and I just feel like you can't do that. You're like, I can't say that that picture was doctored, or maybe it was in my phone for a week or two, and then I finally posted it, because that's not what happened. That is literally not what happened, and I just can't act like that's what happened. I can't act like I just had it sitting in my phone and then I posted it. I just happened to post it on Saturday at noon, because that's not the truth. I went directly from my phone to whatever, Facebook, Instagram, whatever you got going on. I just can't do it. So you're just kind of like, I need a break. They just won't let go of it. Whoever this is, they can't let go of it. It's like they're bamboozled. They just can't see around it. They just don't want to see around it. They're not willing to see around it. They just won't. To you, it's completely baffling. You're just kind of like, I'm just going to walk away. You're just kind of like, I don't know what to do with this person. Like, this person means a lot to you. I don't know what to do with them. I don't know what to do with them. It's like, I feel like that your energy is saying, like, I don't know what to do with them. Like, I just don't know what to do. And you're just stuck. You're like, there's nothing I can do to make sense to this person. They're not listening to reason. They won't accept facts that I'm putting in front of them. They just negate them any way they can. They try to find different ways, like, again, like that phone thing. Like, I don't think you posted that actually at that day. I think it's been sitting in your phone for a while, and you just accidentally pushed it in at that point. And you're like, well, that's a little convenient. I don't think so, though. Even though you're feeling completely on the outside, you're kind of like, maybe this is over. Maybe whatever this connection is with this person, maybe we're done. In truth, you're still very tied to each other. Very tied to each other, and you can't seem to move on from it. I'm getting perfection. This is a weird one because I feel like this person just doesn't seem to disappear from your life. The perfection with the Four of Wands is like they are really like they're just such a part of you. Like it bothers you, and you're trying to find a way to make it work out. I just feel like this person is not leaving your life. It feels like they are, but they're not. At some point, I feel like this other person just agrees that, like, let's just move on from it. I feel like that energy's coming in. Let's just move on from it. Because they're not, there's like, I feel like there's a notable amount of time where you're like, well, I think they're done. I think we're done. I think we're not going to see each other anymore. And that's just it. It bothers you a lot. It's not permanent, but it feels like there's a period of time where you're thinking, well, I think this is permanent because this went really out of control. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it. It's not. I feel like that's a catch. Like that's like a really kind of weird energy, kind of like you literally think it's done and you're like, but when I walk away from something, I'm done. They have such a hold on you. Like their connection with you there's such a deep bond there. It just isn't completely gone. I just feel like it's not. I feel like that seems really strange. You seem to come back together with this person, but there is a problem here. The Four of Swords makes me feel like you're trying to heal the situation, but you're also feeling like you have to just kind of... There's a certain subject that's kind of like, well, if I ever find myself in this position again where I could take a picture of somebody and prove they're somewhere, I'm not going to do it. I'm staying out of it. Because it doesn't do me any good, and they don't care. It just makes things harder. I feel like you're trying to heal the situation, you're trying to do what you can with it. They may even be kind of like acting like everything worked out or whatever, but I'm getting like they don't want you to disappear from their life. I'm getting facade on their side. They're trying to move on from it, pretending like it wasn't an issue. They still don't believe you. They still don't. For some of you, they might lie to your face and say that they see your point. They literally don't. They literally do not. But they may just want... Because they're so connected with you, they don't want the bond to be destroyed. So they're just kind of playing it up. You really do care about this person. Like I feel like that's why the Two of Cups is showing up on your side with the Three of Cups. This person is more than likely a part of a bigger thing. For some of you, it's family. For others of you, it's a part of a connection with a group of people that like you just don't feel like this will ever go away. And I feel like you're happy to have them back in your life, and you want to move on from it. And I feel like you might be, actually. But they're trying to give you a warning. Like, this person has some issues. And they're just trying to give you a heads up. Like, this is probably going to rear its ugly head again. Either the same thing is going to happen yet again. But I feel like for most of you, this whole literal situation will come back up again. It will come around again. And it seems like there's going to be another hit to the situation. It's not over. I feel like it's not over. But the only reason like you're putting up with this is because this person means that much to you. The Two of Cups. Whoever this is, they mean so much to you, and you want to get along with them. You're trying to let it go under the bridge. You're trying your best to let it go. It's not over. I feel like it's going to come back again. This other person can't let it go. I feel like they're lying to your face, saying they're okay with it, or that they've accepted something that they really haven't. Their growth is reversed. They have not seen the truth here. They have not seen the truth. It's hard. I feel like they're trying to give you a heads up. Just realize that this person has not grown at all. So whatever you're dealing with, the problem still lies. It's almost like it's hidden under like 6 feet of dirt. But until like somebody starts drinking from the groundwater and realizing that it's contaminated, nobody cares. That's how I feel. This is not over. I'm feeling like they're warning you. This is not over. I don't know what you want to do with that, but I feel like for those of you that hits with, you'll know what to do with that, I hope. It's not over. You want to believe it, but it's not. All right. I hope that helps. Let me know in the comments like what you're going to do with that, because I'm curious, because like I'm trying to find out like where you're going with it next. I'm getting like you know what to do with it if that's really hitting, so let me know. All right. Thank you for watching. I hope that helps. If you need a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.